Good morning, students. Hope you all have gone through the previous module. Today we'll continue with our 4 types of conjunction. Yesterday previous module we had completed what is conjunction and uh, one type of conjunction, that is coordinating conjunction. So today in this module, let us see what is subordinating conjunction. Before going to subordinating conjunction, just go through coordinating conjunctions once again. A conjunction is a word that connects part of the sentence. It can connect phrases or even clause. These are the examples which I had given in the previous module. So these are the 4 types of conjunction, that is coordinating, subordinating, correlative and conjunctive adverbs. So over here we will not be discussing about correlative conjunctions because there is no punctuation as such to in this correlative conjunction. So we will be discussing only subordinating, coordinating and conjunctive adverbs. So let us see coordinating conjunction. It always has and, or, but, so, yet, for, nor, etc. There are 3 rules. Subordinating conjunctions is having 4th rule, that is dependent clause is always having a comma after dependent clause and independent clause. That means if dependent clause is there, there will be a comma after dependent clause and then independent clause sentence will continue. And if independent clause is there, then no comma will be there, directly dependent clause sentence continues. For this in detail you will understand in proper manner in this examples given below. Before that, subordinating conjunctions are because, so that, before, after, although, if, whether, unless, until, however, wherever, so on. So let's see the first example. This is: after Louisa gets home from work, comma, she likes to watch TV for an hour. So over here, after Louisa gets home from work is dependent clause, and she likes to watch TV for an hour is an independent clause. Okay, and that's why a comma is given after dependent clause. Why it is called a dependent clause is because after Louisa gets home from work, then what? It's not a complete sentence. That's why it needs a dependent clause further to explain what happened next. Then it said that she likes to watch TV for an hour. This is an independent clause. But in the second sentence, where Louisa likes to watch TV for an hour, this is a independent clause, and that's why it don't needs a comma, because it's an independent clause and we understand that Louisa likes to watch TV for an hour. Okay, after TV she gets home from work. After she gets from work, Louisa likes to watch TV for an hour. Do you understood? And that's why we don't need a comma after independent clause. So see the second sentence: because we have an exam tomorrow, dependent clause, because we have an exam tomorrow, so what, comma, we are going to study all night. Did you get it? We are going to study all night is independent clause. So see the next sentence: we are going to study all night because we have an exam tomorrow. So did you understood? We don't need to put comma over here because is given, that's why. And you don't need to put we are going to study all night because comma, we don't need a comma over there, and that's why it's a continuous sentence, and that's why it is independent clause and dependent clause continued. See the third sentence: if you don't want to come with us, comma, we can just stay there. So if you don't want to come with us, then what? It's a dependent clause. It needs a answer further. So that's why it's given a comma, and then it's continued. We can stay there. Okay. So just see the next sentence. We can just stay there if you don't want to come with us. This is a independent clause. We can just stay there. Dependent clauses if you don't want to come with us. Here we end with our subordinating conjunctions, and just make sure that you understand this fourth rule, that is dependent clause always has a comma after dependent clause, and then independent clause continues. Independent clause, if an independent clause sentence is there, it don't need a comma, and dependent clause continues. Do you get it? So I want you to go through this module once again and see what is coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction, and see the first, second, third rule and the fourth rule. You need to see this rule properly and go through it and see the examples. You will understand it's exactly the same what is said in the rules. Thank you. Meet you in the next module.